Welcome back, everybody, for another episode of Subnautica. As you can see, my puppies are growing up nice and strong, and I'm actually waiting for them to get hungry because I threw a Reginald in there to see if they try to eat them. But today, we're going to do a short episode. I've been trying to figure out what the next step is for everything, and I realized one of the things I need is more power. So today, we're going to take a shot at finding a precursor cache, and I've got a good lead on where one is at. I don't think I'm going to need anything really more than just a purple artifact. In my understanding, I'm supposed to have a purple artifact to unlock most of them, and only certain ones will require anything specific like a orange artifact or such. But we're going to try for one that is just a little south west by west from here, and that is let me think, what's it called, the deep sparse reef, something like that, I think is what it's called. But we're gonna head that way and try to find this precursor cache today. Okay, so I have found a life pod, and it looks to be life pod number 19. And from what I have read online, I should be on the right track. And it looked like it was the plasteel O2 tank. The lighter O2 tank. Alright, so we got a PDA. And we have got another PDA with a log. Let's see. And, oh, interesting. I've got a rendezvous point coordinates, so we may have to check that out today too. But if you find this, you're supposed to be on the right track, and this is at minus 806 by minus 878. So you can see the coordinates right there if you want to use that to try to help you find it. Okay, well, I found the precursor cache entrance, and I found the cave that it is at, and the sonar is actually a really useful tool for that. Basically, I was just kind of going around pinging with the sonar, and I noticed this little kind of cave structure, and was kind of poking around here, and I found right here, just tucked away, a little cave entrance. And now the entrance coordinates are 985 by 677 right there, so you can see that. And now I am going further down. I'm gonna come in, and let's see, it's right there around the corner. You see how that ping goes through there and follows the cave. Makes it really easy actually to find this. So if you have the sonar, go ahead and make sure you got it equipped so you can easily get through. And let's check this out. So there's power cables, it looks like. At least they seem similar to the power cables or the anchoring cables used at some of the other locations. We've got a force field and insert artifact. Yes, thank you. Alright, there we go. And power down. Just take your time. Alright, so we got our ion crystals, and we got what data download. Okay, so Alien Sanctuary A. Alright, we're gonna have to check that out in a second after I get all these ion crystals out of here. Come on, let's go. Okay, and I don't see anything else of real interest in here. It just looks to be more decorative, like it's just part of the structure, the cache itself. So let's get in there and check out the okay, so I need to be keeping up with this stuff. Let's see, data downloads, alien data, Alien Sanctuary A. Okay, ceiling fixtures, that's nice. You know, get to hear about your lighting, the aesthetics. Let's see, ion crystals are not being drained to power, suggesting they serve more symbolic purpose, which is great. It means I don't have to worry about messing something up because I took them. So, and that really just doesn't give me much information. I mean, that's just telling me a little bit about the place, not really any information on the precursors. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so it was a lot easier to find. And actually, let me give you those coordinates real quick, just to make it extra helpful in case you get lost and turn around inside the cave. That is minus 882 and minus 788. So simple enough to find. All you gotta do is find the entrance. And if you find Life Pod 19, or you have the coordinates for Life Pod 19, use them, and they're not that far away. You're basically at that point in the general area. And is there anything else of interest here? Does not appear to be. So let's just, while we're here, go ahead and check out the rendezvous point, which appears to be maybe focused around that lagoon on the island. Yep, that looks to be the case. So this was the rendezvous point, which really isn't doing anything for me because I've already been here and explored around this island. I know there is a precursor teleporter here. And really, I don't think there's anything else I need here right now. I mean, I could be wrong. There's obviously something to do with the rendezvous point. Oh, I see it. PDA that is now there. It wasn't there before. All right. Rendezvous voice log. Let's see. There, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Just what I'm calling with you. All right, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Just a bit of arguing, you know, between some of the other crew members that were, you know, surviving on the, survived the crash. Nothing of real use to us, at least. So I think it's time. Let's go ahead. I'm going to head back to my base so I can make me another ion power cell, because those things are awesome. As you know, 5 times more power than a traditional power cell. And I'm going to get my bearings and see if maybe we could go ahead and take a look for one of the other precursor caches, because the more of those ion crystals I have and to make ion power cells, the longer I can go out in the Cyclops without issues, even with the lava leeches sitting there and draining my power like crazy. So I'm going to head back to the base and get to work on that. Okay, so I went ahead. I've made 3 pieces of silicone rubber. I've got 3 pieces of copper ore, and I've got these 6 ion crystals, which means I can now make a nice total of 3 ion power cells. So that's 3 more ion power cells to toss in the Cyclops. And I've got a lead on another precursor cache. So I'm going to haul these over to the Cyclops, grab another purple artifact, and then we're going to head out and try to find the next precursor cache, which is going to be towards the blood kelp zone. So interestingly enough, not too far from where we just were, but I still needed to come back anyway to get another purple artifact. So I'm going to grab that now, get these dropped off, and then we're going to head that way to find that one. Okay, so I have found the entrance to the tunnel for the other precursor cache, and I was mistaken a little bit. It is in the blood kelp zone, but it's actually in the northern blood kelp zone, the much bigger one, that as opposed to the southern one that I've been before, as right next to Sea Treader's Path. So this is a much larger area, but fortunately there's a big opening right above it. It's just kind of tucked away in the corner. So again, the sonar is going to be really helpful to be able to image and see where that stuff is. And you'll see like this little, you know, pedestal there. You'll also be running into the crab squids, I think is what they're called. Those guys that like to throw around their EMP waves. You'll see them. But to make it even easier for you, here's the coordinates. About negative 550 and positive 1527. So let's go on in and take a look at this place and see what it's got here. And looks pretty much similar. We got this little totem at the top. Got our spot here for the artifact. I'm gonna have to go find more artifacts or start making some of these now, since I have to use some of my ion crystals up for this. I really don't want to have to do that, but I may have to. And I'm assuming this is just the same as the other place. The crystals are not providing power, they are just simply there for decoration. So we are going to take them now, and some young blood kelp, I guess. And let's get the download. Oh, and Sanctuary B. So this is the second location. Can't scan that. Okay. Maybe there is a scan here. One of these. No. Already downloaded data. No scan. Okay, so that's it. So data download and 4 total ion crystals now. I'm going to get my water up a bit. Oh, and we need to take a look at that data bank, the alien data, Sanctuary B. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the antechamber again. Some sort of sanctuary for the aliens that built it, so they can retreat there and transfer themselves to the data hubs for preservation. So it sounds like maybe some of the precursors might still be alive. I'm not sure about that transfer themselves to the hubs. Maybe that's like use one of the warp gates to get to the hubs, and you know, so you have multiple locations everybody can go for safety. Or maybe it's kind of a, you know, transfer themselves to the hubs as a transfer their consciousness digitally into the computers at the hubs kind of thing. But yeah, guess we'll have to look for some more caches and read some more of that stuff, figure out. One thing that make it very easy to find this location is the floating underwater islands where that big wreckage is kind of just laying on one of them. It is, let's see, well, that's south, that's east, so you could say if that is southeast, then we are basically northwest directly of that wreckage. So if you want to find an easier way to kind of get your bearings for it, you can go there and check it out if you don't want to use the coordinates I gave you. Otherwise, just, you know, take the coordinates and make the trek. Obviously, it's not that bad. I came out in the sea moth and didn't have any problems really that time. It was just a quick skip across and got it. So these are actually proving to be a little bit easier than I was anticipating, since last time I looked for one, I never found it. So do a little research online if you want, or, you know, just take my coordinates and find them the easy way. But I'm going to head back to the base now and make, maybe go ahead and make a couple more of the ion power crystal or power cells, so that I have a full set in the Cyclops for the next expedition. This should finish off my power cell complement here, so that now I have a full 6 ion power cells in place on here for use, and I have a two spare ion power cells. So that's 5 times as much power as I had before in the last expedition, plus 2 spare ones with 5 times as much power as the normal power cells. Plus I already have one remote base set up, the inactive lava zone, where I can go there and use that to recharge everything, as I've got 2 power cell chargers set up there, and I have got most of the supplies already stockpiled on board the Cyclops to build a similar base to that structure at another location that will provide me with 2 power cell chargers and such, and be a remote operating location for me to use as a recharge point for the Cyclops on an extended expedition. Because now that I've spent a lot of time back here, you know, doing things at the actual base, I feel like it's getting close to time to actually take a nice long trip in the Cyclops again and do some looking around, plus take advantage of the new upgrades I got for it. But like I said, short episode day, just wanted to get, you know, mainly the first Precursor cache, and now I ended up finding 2 today. So, you know, we got that done. I've got a bunch more iron power cells now. Next week, I'm probably going to look for some more Precursor locations, try to keep getting some more of that stuff, and moving towards what is now available, the end game element of being able to get in there, cure the Carar bacterium, and get off the planet. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and make sure you're keeping up with these series. Watch all the other ones in the playlist so you know what's been going on. But that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure you subscribe, keep up with all my content during the week. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you're interested. And once again, thanks for watching the episode. I hope to see you in the next video.